Hello, hello friends, hello guys, hello students. I am again here, Kuna from Kuna's Horizon. Want to tell you the third part about the tense in English, and that is future tense. So all of you go through the video and nicely and try to gain much more things which I want to explain you, and from this future tense you can know something more about the tense. So future tense. So future tense. Number one, in the simple future tense. So first I am going to tell you about the simple future tense. What is simple future? If we will think about the structure of the simple future tense, that is, in case of the affirmative sentences, that is subject plus will, shall plus verb 1. In case of the negative sentences, again subject plus will, shall plus not plus be1. Next, again interrogative sentences, will, shall plus subject plus be1, and like this way. So you can, let us see about an example. In case of the affirmative sentence, it is I shall work. In case of the negative sentences, I shall not work. And in case of the interrogative sentences, shall I work? This is the question asked. So this is interrogative sentence. And if you think about the uses, that is, the simple future tense is used to predict what we think will happen. What we think will happen. The festival will last for a week. We think that the festival will last for a week. Similarly, one day people will travel to Mars. Next one is, we will win the match. These are the three examples that shows to what we predict, what we think will happen is. This is a use of simple future tense. Next one is to indicate an after or a promise. To indicate an offer or a promise. To indicate an offer or a promise. I shall post the letter for you. That means for you I am giving you a offer that I will post the letter. I will give you the gift if you pass. That means if you pass, I am giving you an offer that I will give you the gift. Next one, number 3 is, it is used to indicate an instant decision at the moment of the speaking. It is to indicate an instant decision. It is very hot, I will put on the fan. It is very hot, I will put on the fan. That means it is very hot, so I am going to put on the fan instantly. So it is an instant decision. Now similarly, after verb phrases is like be, sure, think, expect, suppose, hope, believe, etc. As I hope he will come tomorrow. I am sure it will be all right. I expect we will win the match. These are the some verbs and verb phrases after which simple future is used. So this is all about the simple future tense. Then future continuous, if we will think about the structure, that is affirmative sentence, subject plus will, shall plus be plus ing plus be plus ing. Next one is negative sentence, subject plus will, shall plus not plus be plus be1 ing. Similarly, in case of the interrogative sentence, will, shall, then plus subject plus be plus be1 ing. So these are the structures. And where it is used in action in progress in future. Action in progress in future. The most common use of this tense is to describe actions which will be in progress in the immediate or distant future. In the immediate or distant future. For example, our guests will be arriving at any time from now. At any time from now. We don't know the time, but after this moment they can arrive at any time. Similarly, the government will provide clean water soon. Means the government will provide. Till now he had not provided, but in the future it will provide as clean water. Similarly, in case of the softening effect of future continuous, the softening effect of future continuous tense. Sometimes the future continuous is used to describe if simple futurity with a softening effect that takes away the element to deliberate intention often implied by will. For example, I will work on this project tomorrow. This is my promise. I will work in this project tomorrow. So this is an use of future continuous tense. I will be working on this project tomorrow. That is futurity. This is also a use of future continuous tense. Similarly, next is polite questions. In some contexts, the future continuous sounds more polite than will, especially in questions when we do not wish to appear to be pressing for a definite answer. For example, when will you finish this work? The manager to his assistant. When will you be seeing Mr. Chopra? When will you be seeing to? Now the assistant is asking to the manager. When will you be seeing Mr. Chopra? But when the manager is asking, when will you finish this work? The manager is asking the assistant. Similarly, next one is future perfect tense. If we will think about the structure is, in case of the affirmative sentences, as subject plus shall oblique will, shall or will plus have plus V3. In case of the negative sentences, subject plus shall and will plus not plus have plus V3. In case of the interrogative sentences, will, shall plus or subject plus V3. So these are the structures. Now we will think where it is used. This tense is used to express an action completed before a given moment in future. I shall have known my result before you come. I shall have known my result before you come. They will have reached the railway station before the train come. Means this is the used before this sentence states where the future before the movement. States the future before the movement. Next one is the future perfect continuous tense. If we will think about the structure is affirmative sentences as subject plus will, shall plus have plus been plus V1 plus ing. Similarly, negative sentences subject will, shall, not, have, been plus V1 ing. Interrogative sentences will, shall plus subject plus have been plus V1 plus ing. So these are the structure of the future perfect continuous tense. Next is where it is used. This tense is used to express an action continuing beyond a time of the time in future. The students will have been studying English since Monday. The students will have been studying English since Monday. That means from Monday they are going on studying English. They don't know when it will be finished, but in the future it will finish. Similarly, the girls will have been singing songs for 2 hours. They are singing songs for 2 hours, but they don't know after how many hours their singing will be completed. So this is known as future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense. So this is all about the tense. This is the third part of tense. All of you go through the first and second and then to the third to know more about these lessons, about these videos, and view these videos from the starting till the ending, and give your comments for any problem, for any doubts and any clarification. Then I will be here looking to the comment box and clearing your doubts. But before that, I want to always remember the chain of subscription should go. So tap the red button of subscription only once. Don't tap it more than once, because it may unsubscribe the channel. So please tap the channel and make the channel much more improvised, so that all of you can learn, and this is an attempt to give you free education through the media during these epidemic times.